This is Valyria, sometime called Old Valyria. It's the home of Valyrian steel, home of the Targaryens, home of the dragons, and also the home of Valyrians. Also, that was unnecessarily complicated that Valyrians are from Valyria, but so all Valyrians are Valyrian, but not all Valyrians are Valyrians. So, because the Targaryens are Valyrians, um, so we'll zoom out a bit and then we'll move to the north and west, and you can see this is our normal map of Westeros, and here's the King's Landing, and here's the Dragonstone. And Dragonstone is important um, because Dragonstone is obviously home of the Targaryens since they left Valyria, and so Valyria, you can see, is just shattered peninsula, and it says here the smoking sea land and the long summer and what happened about 100-year period to Aegon Conquest, which was 300 period to like when Game of Thrones start their main story. And this peninsula was destroyed because 14 volcanoes are erupted at once and shattered everything. But luckily for the Targaryens, approximately I think was 12 years before that, one of the women in the family, Denise the Dreamer, had a dream that something terrible was going to happen, and she was right. And the Targaryens all flee and basically like pack their bags and go to Dragonstone. And there are when this apocalypse happens, and they are safe and they have some dragons and they suddenly become like huge force. But for a long time they stay here on Dragonstone, and it is. Aegon the Conqueror, which again was 100 year after Valyria was destroyed, is when Aegon decided he's going to sail the King's Landing. That's why King's Landing is called King's Landing. When that's because the kings landed there and decided to conquer Westeros. But yeah, this is old Valyria. Obviously, since it's like destroyed Valyrian steel comes from there, and it's so rare because of this apocalypse that occurs. Valyria was also like it's an empire in its own right, and they have lots of war. Assos, the sky, which is over here. You can see Estapor, Yunkai Marine, and Slavers Bay, and Volantis is here. Most of the 9 free cities of Essos at one point part of the Valyrian freehold. It what it's called. But yeah, Valyria, we hear a lot about that, and it's not too far, but it's not the part of it's obviously in Essos, not a part of Westeros.